All right, come on up to our commissioners. Hi, everyone. I'm San Francisco Mayor London Breed, and it's really great to be here today. What a wonderful occasion. And what we've done since this pandemic is we've sworn in people to commissions via Zoom, and sometimes in person, maybe with one or two people. But this is the first swearing in that we're having with so many people. And I got to tell you, I am so very happy about that. So thank you all so much for coming. I want to recognize our sheriff. Sheriff, did you come to make some arrest or something? Okay, good. All right. Sheriff Paul Miyamoto is here joining us. Thank you so much, Sheriff, for being here. And we definitely have a quorum of commissioners, including we got our Rec and Park Director, Phil Ginsberg. We have our Rec and Park Commissioner, Joe Hallisey. Larry Mazzola Jr., Kat Anderson, and President of the Commission, Mark Buell. And when making a decision about who to appoint to the Rec and Park Commission, it's really important to make sure that there are people who have a vast level of experience, but also a sincere love for the parks of San Francisco. I grew up here, as you all know, and I remember a time when our parks were not in the best shape. And what we're seeing now, I believe, is really a renaissance of San Francisco parks because I've gone to a number of our parks, especially during this pandemic. And I gotta say, they are very, very beautiful and in amazing shape. And people are using them and enjoying them like never before. And that is definitely, of course, because of Phil's leadership, but also because of the commissioners and the decisions that they make and being strategic about when we bring a parks bond to the people of San Francisco, and the people of San Francisco say yes every single time because we love our parks and we want everyone to have a wonderful experience. Look at how beautiful this area is here at Lincoln Park, and this is just one example of the work that this commission does to protect and to preserve the beautiful parks for the kids, for the dogs, for our seniors, for someone who just wants to sit down and hang out and watch a movie. Tonight I'm going to be at, which park am I going to? Washington Square. Going to Washington Square. They're showing Princess Diaries on the big screen at Washington Square. So bring your blanket and your food, and it should be really nice. Bring your jacket too, because you know it gets cold at night in San Francisco. So today we're swearing in two amazing people, and I'll start with Larry Griffin, who is many of you know because he has been actively engaged in city government, working for the Office of Labor Standards, but he's also actively engaged with labor and working to make sure that the city is held accountable to support its workers, that we do all we can to provide equity and fairness. And his work as a former board member of the Booker T. Washington Community Center was really incredible. This is a center that when I first got my job under the Mayor's Youth Employment and Training Program, we went to this center, Booker T. Washington, which we hung out every now and then, depending on if there were cute boys there that day. But we went there for our orientation, and there was always, I mean, we were always welcome there. And what it's been transformed to in terms of this $35 million facility with 50 units of housing for transitional AIDS youth and formerly homeless individuals and others. This was a testament to his leadership as president of the board for 6 years. He is a community person. He cares about seeing great things happen for San Francisco. And, you know, he's a great, just genuine, good human being. And I have always appreciated not only his advice and counsel, But also, he would always say, Mayor, you know, we got to do more to support this or more to support that. It's always something to help someone else. And that's why I know he'll be a valuable member of this board. He represents labor, he represents the city, he represents his love for San Francisco and the community. And I know he'll do a great job as a commissioner for Rec and Park. So thank you so much, Larry, for your commitment and your work. And technically, he's retired. So I figured he had some extra time on his hands to give back to the city in another way. So thank you so much. And Vanita Louis, we know, has been really an incredible, involved person in San Francisco in so many different aspects. It's so interesting because Vanita is involved with the Chinatown Rotary Club, and you know all the work that they do to support businesses, to give out scholarships, and even recently the mask and the PPE that you provided, donated to CYC and other organizations. That has been incredible. But I don't know if you noticed, but Vanita is always involved with really great organizations. And one of my favorite is Gum Moon and the work that you did, and I know your dogs did a photo shoot at this park. Um, Gum Moon recognized you and your work, and she's a dog mom. I'm a plant mom, by the way. I'm very proud of that. But she's a dog mom, and she has, you know, been really a big supporter of our parks and really a big advocate of open space and play space for dogs in San Francisco, but also an advocate for doing great things for people and making San Francisco a better place. As a small business owner, she knows the challenges of what small businesses deal with in San Francisco. But she always has a moment when anyone usually asks her to get involved in something, as long as it's a good cause, she will dedicate her time and be very involved in something that's going to be important and lead to great results for people's lives. And so she'll be a great addition to the Rec and Park Commission, two amazing individuals who I'm really proud of and grateful for their work and service to San Francisco. And now with that, before we hear from the future commissioners, I'm going to swear them in and make them real commissioners, and then you will hear from them as commissioners. So with that, come on up. Come on up. You're the next contestant of The Price is Right. Anybody watch that? I did. All right. Oh, I see we have a former mayor in the crowd. Thank you so much, Mayor Frank Jordan, for being here with us today. And our assessor recorder, Joaquin Torres. Okay, with that, please raise your right hand and repeat after me. I state your name.
I, Larry Griffin,
I, Benita Louis,
Do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support and defend
that I will support and defend
the Constitution of the United States
the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of California
and the Constitution of the State of California
against all enemies,
against all enemies,
foreign and domestic,
foreign and domestic,
that I bear true faith and allegiance
that I bear true faith and allegiance
to the same,
to the same,
that I take this obligation
that
freely
I take this obligation freely
without any mental reservation
without
absolutely
any
no
mental
mental
reservation
or purpose of evasion,
or purpose of evasion,
and that I will well and faithfully discharge
and that I well and faithfully discharge
the duties upon which I am about to enter.
the duties in which I am about to enter.
And during such time
and during such time
as I serve as
As I serve as
Commissioner
Commissioner
for the Recreation and Park Commission
for the Recreation and Park Commission
of the City and County of San Francisco.
for the City and County of San Francisco.
I don't know about other mayors, but I've created a city seal pin with my signature on them. So when I swear you in, This talks about the history of our city and the significance of public service. And so I wanted to present our new commissioners. I see Phil already gave them one of those Rec and Park, those big, huge Rec and Park pens. But mine's a little bit more petite and classy and sophisticated. And so I'm gonna give my, you can put these on if you want or wear them whenever, but make sure you wear them with pride.
Thank you, Mayor.
Pens for the city and county of San Francisco. So right now we're gonna hear from your newly sworn in commissioners. And so I'm gonna start with you, Commissioner Griffin.
Hello, everybody. I wanted to thank the mayor for showing her trust in me to appoint me to this position. One of the reasons I'm really looking forward to this is, as a native San Franciscan, I grew up in these parks. I know a lot of the parts of these parks that Park and Rec doesn't know about. But but no, yeah. It's an honor to have the mayor's trust, to be put in this position. Our parks are, I think, world class, if not the best in the world. I was amazed to find out that there were 230 of them, so that blew me away. One of the things I just wanted to let you folks know is I've always looked at the parks, especially going through this last bout with COVID, as a great equalizer, because it's where everybody goes, the rich, the poor, even the homeless. But it's a place for everybody to recreate. And our folks that are working class or maybe struggling folks, they don't have an SUV that they can pack the kids into and take them away for a weekend to the weekend home. They're going to the park that's within 10 minutes of every house in the city. So I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to serving with these amazing members of the board. I know several of them, and I look forward to working with them along with my new partner here. So again, Mayor, thank you for entrusting us with these positions.
I just want to thank everybody for coming out to the 17th hole. The number 17 is my favorite number of all numbers. Everybody knows my email has the number 17 in it. A lot of my passwords have 17 in it. And it's just really, really kind of crazy because 7 p.m. last night we found out the location moved here. And Mayor Breed, thank you for appointing us and giving us the chance to serve the city that we live and love. What can you say more about your parks and open space and how we must protect these gems of jewels for now and for the future, for families and for all our community, our residents, and our seniors and everyone who wanted our parks. And I want to thank the commissioners that I will, and my colleagues, our colleagues, Larry, that we will get to know. Thank you, Phil Ginsburg. Thank you, Mayor Frank Jordan, for coming. I want to thank all the supporters in the Chinatown community for supporting me in this appointment. You know, the former commissioner, Alan Lowe, he wore some pretty big shoes. And so I am going to try to put my small feet in his shoes and continue the work that he's done. There are a lot of parks that are earmarked for renovation that are important to our API community, and a lot of you are here. So I want to thank you, and thank you, everyone. And I have to thank my other half, my husband, Austin Louis. He makes me whole. And London is right. I'm a dog person. She's a plant person. And Mumu is even here. She's 15, a therapy dog. And everybody has dogs here today. I want to thank everybody. So I won't take any of your time because it's getting really hot standing here. And I want to thank again our beloved Mayor London Breed.
All right, now time for the welcoming committee. I'm going to ask the president of the Rec and Park Commission, President Buell, to come up and say a few words.
Well, welcome everybody to the 17th hole. I'm glad that's a lucky number. It doesn't work for me at golf, but that's all right. I just want to be very brief and say how lucky we are to have the parks we have, but how lucky we are to have these two new commissioners. I've known Larry a long time, and I'm looking forward to getting to know our new commissioner. And I just say welcome everybody, enjoy it, and know that those 230 parks, Larry, are now in your hands, and they'll only get better. Thank you.
Thanks, Mark.
And I also like to ask Phil Ginsberg, the general manager, to come on up and say a few words as well.
Thank you, Mayor. It's an honor to be in the presence of so many bosses today. I have my two newest bosses that join four other bosses. Then we've got the big boss, and the most important bosses are all of you. And it's your voices that really shape our park system and make sure that we are living up to Commissioner Griffin's ideals of parks being a place where we are all equal and equally welcome. And that's what we strive to do, and it is just an honor to welcome some new blood and some new perspectives and some new guidance, which is always helpful because, as the mayor likes to remind me, I'm on a learning journey. And so, every day we learn something different about how to steward this incredible park system. Thanks, everyone.
Thanks, Phil.
All right, we're going to get to signing and make it official.
Let me get that out. Sorry.
That's okay. A lot of signatures. A lot of city paperwork.
It keeps the members working.
Mayor Jordan, you remember all this paperwork.
At one time, somebody tried to slip in a blank check for me.
All right. Oh, this is all your work, Benita. This is all your stuff, Benita. Come on over and sign.
You gotta frame this.
You do all the yellow while I sign all this other stuff.
Austin, we just quick claimed our house.
Oh, yeah.
That's what I signed.
Oh, yeah. City owns it now. Yeah.
Okay, Larry, you're next.
She's signing no more property tax for the rest of your life.
And you can keep the pen.
Yes, I am.
Okay, perfecto. Thank you, ma'am. Okay, she's official.
He's a lefty.
Just those two. Oh, I thought there was.
So you're gonna yell at her. Pause for
Okay.
Make sure you don't.
Get a picture of us, please, with Anita when she has time.
Do I sign in this one? This one.
Almost done.
Always
All right,
have been, always
Commissioner.
will be.
Okay, so we're gonna take some pictures, and then you guys are gonna, well, at least some of you are gonna have to get back to work at City Hall. Rudy's like, do I have to get back to, no, one of your bosses is here, so you're good, Rudy. All right, thank you all so much. Thank you.